Welcome back. We are still reflecting on Heroes and Unity holiday that we recently had. And of course, I'm speaking to Kennedy Chembe and Teza Chomba, and they're coming from the UPPZ party. Now, knowing that your party obviously centers around peace, you emphasize on the issue of peace. Let's talk about how political parties can actually come in and ensure that there is peace in their camps and the country at large as well, and also maybe considering the fact that there are so many youths, so many young people in these political parties that sometimes would be used as tools for political violence.
Thank you very much. Well, political leaders must understand that Zambia is bigger than any political leader, be it an MP, a mayor, or any other political leader. We must put the interests of Zambians first. For your own information, for leaders to be at the helm of authorities because of us, the electorate, it is the consent of the governed that was just translated into governmental authority. So we have to respect the people at grassroots level. Let us respect the citizenry. In that way, you discover that even these issues to do with fighting and violence will be put under control. So political leaders must be able to tell their followers that Zambia is a peaceful democratic state, regardless of the different views that we might be having. It is not good ground for us to start fighting one another. And we should try by all means to play clean politics. What do I mean? Let us not vilify one another. Let us not disparage one another. Let us not call each other's names, and let us give credit where it is due. It would be wrong for me to stand up today and say President Edgar Lungu hasn't done anything. Where they do well, we need to give a thumb up. We need to say well done, and then we offer credible checks and balances. It is not time to start inciting the youths out there. And youths out there, please refuse to be used as a battalion of political goons. You are not there to incite war and violence. You are not there to cause mayhem and confusion in the country. But we have to be united for a peaceful and prosperous Zambia. If Zambia is to make strides, let us understand our values and the principles. We need to understand the tenets and the principles of our constitution. Okay. Patriotism, constitutionalism, we talk about sustainable economic growth. Those are the very things that we should center on. And we shouldn't allow emotionalism to take center stage and make us to act out of impulse that start causing confusion everywhere. No. We should be conduits of peace. We should be people that will carry the mantle of peace. We should preach peace wherever we are. Youths out there, please believe in peace and preach peace. And it is very wrong for some of you out there to be used as political mercenaries where you are paid to do something that is wrong. No. And let us ensure that we don't assault the good tenets of democracy. Democracy is of a sacred character. So anything that is going to soil the sacred character of democracy has to be jettisoned. It has to be discarded. So let us make sure that we work within the norms of democracy. We uphold democracy. We promote peace, love, togetherness, and unity. Let us not look at which tribe someone is hailing from, which political party someone is hailing from, as long as we are fighting for the common good. And that good is to see that we have a peaceful and prosperous Zambia. Then we can continue on that trajectory.
Now, where is the place of unity in promoting democracy?
Well, the place of unity in promoting democracy, that's a very good question. When you have unity in the country, if you belong to the opposition, you belong to the ruling party. If you say something that is of national interest, there's going to be an agreement on how that thing can be integrated or inculcated into the system for the betterment of the country. But as long as, like I said, when you have people that are individualistic, no matter what you say, they'll never listen to you, even if it's making sense. So unity plays a very important role in democracy, in the sense that we are going to respect the views and aspirations of people, and we are going to our leaders will ensure that they subordinate their interests to the interests of the electorate. They will not just do what they feel like doing, but they will do things that are in the public domain. How is this affecting the youth? For example, if we complain, we are living in poverty, we don't have employment, and we bring out other issues, we talk about maybe issues of foreign investment and the like, they're going to give a listening ear, because there is that sense of unity. They will not take us to be enemies. They will know that running water, for example, is never stale, and the door hinge will never be worm eaten. They'll respect our checks and balances. Okay, so unity has a place in bringing us together, because we're going to tolerate each other's views, regardless of how hostile sometimes they may be, as long as they are for the good of the country. Yes.
Okay. Now, disunity also. What is the repercussion of not being united?
When we are not united as Zambians, I tell you, one day our country may drown into a cesspool of political anarchy, and this can lead to civil strife, even civil war. And the ramifications or consequences will be too ghastly to contemplate, because now people start running battles. We are going to destroy our country's infrastructure, roads, and so on, and it will take decades, if not centuries, to rebuild our country. So disunity can cause war in the country. Disunity can cause violence, and a lot of people will be affected. The poor will be affected, and it can lead to a lot of other effects, like these communicable diseases and the like. No, we are not here to discuss the repercussions of war. But in a nutshell, disunity can put the country at war, and when there is war, there's a lot to talk about. There are very serious consequences, which you may not even like. Just look at the Rwanda horrific genocide, for example. It claimed a lot of lives, thousands of lives, because of disunity. People were not united. People were just obsessed with self-centeredness and self-aggrandizement at the expense of the people they were looking after. Yes, so that could be some of the repercussions of disunity, and we cannot go forward as a nation. We'll not make strides. We'll not make significant progress. When you have ideas, but we cannot conflict those ideas, we can't bring them together. How do we progress? If you know how to make the engine of a vehicle, I know how to make the tires, then I pack my tires there. He packs the engine there. You expect the vehicle to move. Nothing. So we need to come together. And that will take humility and selflessness.
Yeah. And what is the role of, citizens in ensuring that we have peace and unity, as citizens of the country?
Citizens must be responsible enough to stand on what is right. They should understand that they cannot continue doing wrong things with impunity. They should be patriotic enough, nationalistic enough to protect the interests of the country. They shouldn't just do things to appeal to themselves. They should look at the consequences or the repercussions or the aftermath that will ensue in the work of their actions. So we just have to develop a right mindset where we say, we can't do this because the consequences will be A, B, C, D. Not just to act out of emotionalism or impulse, or maybe we are paid, then we have to do something wrong. No. It should start with us. We need to know the values and principles of our constitution. Then we'll never go wrong.
Any message that you'd like to send to the people of Zambia concerning our topic, peace and unity?
Yes. On this one, I would love to urge our fellow youths and the Zambian people at large to embrace the spirit of peace, unity, and patriotism. Because that is the only way we will achieve a sustainable and peaceful, developed Zambia. And if we ensure that there is peace and unity in our country, we will not have all these issues and mangles that are emerging right now. So I feel, as Zambia, let's embrace the spirit of unity, peace, and patriotism. Yes.
Mr. Teza?
Well, my fellow Zambians, let's be patriotic and nationalistic enough to promote the peace and prosperity in our country. Well, we should not become enemies on the basis of tribe. We may belong to different political parties, we may have different ideologies, different manifestos, different everything, but we only have one Zambia. It's one Zambia, one nation, not one Zambia, 72 nations, no. So let us make sure that we exist as a unit that is cohesively bound together for the betterment of our country. And in that way, we are going to prosper, in that way, we are going to make strides, and we're going to leave good legacy for posterity, an embalmed legacy for prosperity. The generation that will be coming from behind will appreciate that this is what our governments have been doing.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming through to our breakfast show this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you for hosting us.
Thank you for
All right. So we do continue with our Crew Breakfast show. You heard it for yourselves. Unity and peace are very, very important, to uphold our country. It is also your duty as a Zambian citizen to actually look into it, that we maintain peace and unity. We do take a short break. On the other side, we get to have our health tips for today.